Well, first real day yesterday on the job. And I have to say that working in North Idaho, hold on. Well, it's funny because with tips, I made exactly what California's minimum wage is. Meaning, California's minimum wage is at 17. So most jobs pay 23 to get people. So I'm way under. Well, this is pretty sweet. For a Wednesday, Schweitzer is in full operational mode. Tons of hikers and cyclists. It's nice to see that the home mountain is staying busy, typically during slow months of summer after 4th of July. But this is, it's slowly evolving into quite the resort town. Like, just check out the views. It's really cool seeing the lake from up here. You can see all the jagged edges and arteries that just encompass this lake. It's just surrounded by mountains and little coves and bays. So today was supposed to just be a nice, easy time up Schweitzer Mountain Road. But of course, as I get going, I really can't help myself and just see what kind of time I can do. Which, I basically just matched my time from last month, but I feel a lot fitter. So I guess I'm gonna go off of feelings rather than like rudimentary numbers. Or maybe it's just the heat. I think maybe that's it. But regardless of rides, I always have to suffer. It seems like a little bit each day. I need a little bit more of that suffering pill. Especially when you always feel like a sack of shit and a failure. And also when you just feel like your body looks terrible and it's probably not really true. I think I look all right, but it's just like this fitness obsession also, because when you feel like everything's failing, you can somewhat control your body, and it's never really good enough, you know. That's why I kind of am envious of the body positivity people, because they can kind of just live and let be. I could never do that. I think there's a healthy middle ground of the two. but not like fanatic, like monitoring everything you eat and having to do long bouts of exercise. And I don't know, it's obsessive compulsive, I know, and I kind of feel like I have to maximize maybe that regards of fitness, because I couldn't imagine living out of shape and just even uglier than I am right now. I mean, I already can't get dates or women interested in me, so I don't really get it. But, you know, I think women are looking for something other than what I am. You know, feel like I'm pretty lean, 6'2", just about, and just zero, nothing. But maybe that's just the world of dating, or I think perhaps I'm just too old. I think 44 perhaps is just over the hill, and what's the point of dating anymore? Just seclude myself into a box and exercising and riding my bike, I guess. It was kind of disheartening yesterday working at the restaurant. I met someone who lived in South Lake Tahoe, and so we were talking about our time in Tahoe and how it was, and he confirmed what I was thinking. Here we make about 25% of what we made in Tahoe, and the cost of living really isn't that much lower. So that was pretty disheartening, just to talk to another person about our experiences. But yeah, I was just kind of come up in this neighborhood. My brother has a big house up here on Schweitzer Mountain. I think it might be like way over there, because I know it like overhangs a cliff, and like it's just like a drop, and that's the only one. I've been here for about a month, and I don't know, I haven't talked to my brother in probably 6 years, but I thought maybe he would text me when he found out I was home. But of course, there's no contact anymore. I don't know why on my end, but you know, it is what it is, and I don't even care anymore. I mean, family, I don't even think really means that much anymore either. It's dog eat dog. Everyone's out for their own, and if you fail, you are failing by yourself. No one's gonna help you, and especially in the place like this where it's the government's not gonna step in to help. Nobody is. It's, if you end up on the streets, there's definitely no assistance. I didn't really get assistance really in California, but I knew that there was some programs. I just didn't feel like I really needed it. At the time, I was pretty content. And I mean, I think I'd almost rather be in the car in a place where, I don't know, I can just enjoy, rather than, I don't know, maybe where I am now, which I should be enjoying it. I should like this. But I think that when you go through a hard childhood in your hometown and you're trying to get out, and some of the locals just called you a bunch of bigotry names, and I don't know, just definitely not accepting. And you know, I joke about if it's all white, it's all right, but just being in that type of atmosphere growing up and having a drunk person almost kill me, there's just a lot of pent-up pain and anxiety with this whole area. It kind of feels like the whole state, but I can't blame all of Idaho. So this street ran at the bottom of the Schweitzer cutoff road. I'll always remember this street because one time when I was younger, I was running up this street going the same direction I am now, and a dog burst out of a yard, ran me down, and like bit me in the ass so hard, tore up my running shorts, and the owner came out and called his dog back, but then he proceeded to then yell at me, and he said, "Next time I hope my dog kills you, you fucking running faggot." And I was just like, well, these shorts are ruined, but at least my body isn't. And I had like puncture marks from the dog in my butt. I never ran again on the street. I think it's better now, that's for sure, but that will always be quite the memory right here. Right here. Hopefully the same person doesn't live here still. One time I was also at one of my friend's houses, and his brother came home with a bunch of his friends. One of them really did not like me for some reason, but I remember he was trying to like coax me outside like 10 o'clock at night, and I had to go and hide in my friend's parents' bedroom until he left, because I was so afraid of going outside or being drugged outside of the house with him. I knew that he would probably kill me. And the following week, he ended up shooting himself in the head with a shotgun. And I have never been so happy to hear that someone killed themselves. It was like this huge sense of relief, because if I ever saw him out in public, I had to hide and go just the other direction. I was so afraid of this person. And to this day, I have zero remorse for those feelings. It was just, I don't know, like you can sense some people and they have these demons, and there's like just obviously a darkness since he shot himself in the head. But I really didn't want to be a victim going with him. Fuck. I suppose I should have seen the writing on the wall when people say that they hate other races or black people, that they're probably gonna hate everything that doesn't fully conform to what they think other people should be. So if you're a runner, a cyclist, or a skateboarder, they're gonna hate you almost as much as they hate people of color, just because you should be drinking beer and just playing football or baseball or basketball, like an activity that they deem appropriate, not the sport that you enjoy doing, but what they like. And if you're not, then the outrage volcano is going to erupt on you, and you deserve to be bullied, hit, and maybe even killed. That seems to be their answer.